Hey yo, the science, we focusing real heavy. The slogan, got focus if not get some. This is your Arrow Tuesday Talks for Tuesday, June 16th, 2020. So, I hope this Tuesday finds everybody well. Hope this Tuesday finds everybody mindful. And I hope this Tuesday finds everybody, with their eyes open, because for surely there's a lot to look at. There's a lot to see. And there's a lot going on, and there's a whole lot of content out there. There's some new content that just came out today, before I even get into what I'm talking about, today in my own city of Cleveland in Garfield Heights. Man, it's crazy right now. But, what we're here to talk about today is, Rayshard Brooks. Y'all know who Rayshard Brooks is. Rayshard Brooks is the young man in Atlanta that lost his life to the hands of police. Yet another man of color that has lost his life to police. And I got so many thoughts about this. Of course, the popular thought and the thought that makes sense, and which I agree with, is that this was unnecessary. I've looked at the different camera angles. I know the story now based on the information that we have, right now. And I hate even walking back through it, and speaking to you, or even in my mind. But, so Rayshard Brooks, in the parking lot of Wendy's in Atlanta, in a Wendy's parking lot, is found sleeping. All right. He is found sleeping in his car. Okay. There was, an idea amongst the cops that, he was drunk. Okay. So I was able to watch, the video. I was able to see the video, as we all have. The world has seen the video. And without a doubt, he was intoxicated. So I get that side of it. However, there's a side of this whole thing that says, where is common sense? Where is common sense with some of our officers? Not all of them, but with some of our officers, where is the common sense? It is later found out that he pulled over because he knew he was intoxicated, as so many people have done in history or in general or in your walk of life or whatever. He was smart enough to know that he was too intoxicated to drive, so he pulls himself over and goes to sleep. Now, I have a problem with this on so many levels. So he took the breathalyzer, get it. He was, at a level that would warrant, a possible arrest. Okay, I get that. What I don't get is, number one, he wasn't on the road driving. He pulled over and went to sleep. There are all kinds of things that these officers could have done. All right. Number one, we could have made sure he had somebody to take him home, because he wasn't driving. That's the key thing. He wasn't driving at the time. All right. So we could have gotten somebody to take him home. I have friends, because a lot of people know I do nightlife. I have friends that cops have caught them in their car asleep, intoxicated. They've explained to the cops that they were drinking, and the cops made sure they got a ride home. It's called common sense. Made sure this person got a ride home from someone, or got where they needed to be. Number two, scenario. If it was that deep, you can take this person to the station and just, as they have the tank where the person just dries out and gets themselves together, then you release them. They could have done that. So there are all kinds of things that could have been done. And then you also have to understand you're dealing with someone that's intoxicated. I'm sure this young man, from looking at the video and understanding it, he had no thoughts that he was going to go to jail. He felt that he had done the right thing by pulling over and going to sleep. And then even in the midst of what he did, with the running and resisting and the tasing, there's a couple thoughts there. You already have his car there. So let's just say, even in an alternative universe, he gets away. Let's just say he gets away. So what? You got the car right there. You have this man's information. Okay? You know who he is. We don't have to shoot. Why do we have to shoot? Why does he have to get shot? And I think that's the main concern and question. And then look at the community answer. They burned the Wendy's down. I can't even be mad at that. I can't be mad at that. So I say all of that to say, and have my thoughts with it, just to say that we have to tear some systems down. You know, when we talk about defunding the police, I get it. I understand that thought. I understand the direction people are going in, and I understand the anger. But I think you have to tear some systems down. You have to restructure some things. You have to restructure some policies. And in the midst of restructuring those policies, we got to get rid of those people that don't make sense. Those people that have had a history. We don't need the captains or the leaders in the police station, or sergeants or lieutenants that are shielding their brother officers that are doing these kinds of things, because that's part of the problem. I've seen so much content, since this final straw with George Floyd, where we have a network of captains, lieutenants, sergeants that are shielding their officers that are doing wrong things, shielding their officers that are acting with excessive force and violence. In the most recent video I've seen in my own hometown of Cleveland, Garfield, this kid they apprehended, and I have to look at it some more, that was in jail for 5 months. He was suffering from some things, bipolar, post-traumatic. They punched him in the face and subdued him and tased him. And then they find out later on, oh, this was a mistake. So, that's just my message today. We just have to tear down some systems. We have to change some things, and some things have to be different. And, and that's a big job when you think about our entire country, but I just think some things need to be dismantled and put back together, so we don't have people that just use unnecessary force. I know some officers. Every officer is not bad. It's like every officer isn't good. There are officers that I know would have handled that situation totally different. Totally different. When I looked at that situation, I was like, why aren't people going home? Why isn't the right decision being made? So that's your Arrow Tuesday Talks for today, Tuesday, June 16th, 2020. Just, everybody keep doing what you're doing. I see a lot of awareness out there, but let's really get to the root of the problem. My thing is, we have to change some structures. We have to change some systems, and we got to pull some people out of some of these police departments. We have to restructure them. It's a big job, but it has to be done. So that's your Arrow Tuesday Talks for today. Once again, hey, I'm on YouTube with this. We're on IG. We're on Facebook. You can follow Arrovizion. That's Vision with a Z on Facebook. Arrovizion on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell so you can be notified anytime I drop a video. There's much more than just Arrow Tuesday Talks. This is just one layer, a platform that I love to come and talk to y'all about a little bit of everything. Lately, it seems like this is all I've been talking about. So we're going to have to get some motivation back out there and some self-help and that sort of thing. But everybody be blessed and be safe.
Versus sun, the moon, and every mixtape you like album coming soon.